Hey guys, this is Johnny FD, and a lot of people have been asking me, Johnny, you've built so many different businesses. You have 14 different streams of income. You've done everything from Amazon to drop shipping to coaching to creating online courses to freelancing to web design. You basically have done everything. What is the best business to get into here in 2020? And actually, just someone yesterday had a call with me, and they basically just asked me to break it all down. And I thought I should have recorded this because this would have been really, really good to just give all to you. So I'm gonna basically tell you what I told him, and he paid a lot of money to talk to me, so you're getting this for free. All right. So I'm in Sri Lanka. Here are the birds in the back. So sorry if they bother you, but it's probably better than a Zoom background. 2020 is a great time. It's a really exciting time. And if you asked me last year, I think I'd done one of these maybe 3 years ago. And in the last couple of years, the best businesses were things like Amazon, or the year before that was to do like cheap products from AliExpress. But the thing is, the reason why I actually never made those videos is because I don't like promoting things that are temporary, things that are just hot right now that are not going to be a business in 1 or 2 years. Because I'm a big believer in making something that you can scale, you can build it, you can run it for the rest of your life if you really wanted to, or you can sell it and give it to someone else, and you take that cash and they can run it for the rest of their life. The reason why I like this is partially I'm a little bit lazy. And I remember when I first started my online business, I was like, I need something that can replace my 9-to-5 income. It needs to make enough money so I don't have to work again. But also I don't want to have to start all over again in 1 year. So that's why I personally got into dropshipping in 2013. And it was really popular. It was the best business from 2013 to about 2016 or so. And then AliExpress got really popular. And people basically said, well, why go through all this effort of building a real business? Let me just, calling suppliers and becoming an authorized dealer and shipping quickly within 2 to 5 days, getting real reviews. Why do all this work when I can just sell cheap stuff from AliExpress, make it look nice, make a nice website, also using Shopify, basically making it look like a dropshipping store, but instead of it coming from a US or in-country dealer, an authorized dealer with good products, I'm just going to sell cheap stuff from China, from AliExpress, and I don't even have to get approved as a dealer. I can just click some stuff. Oh my God, these birds are going crazy. I feel like I'm in a Stephen King's movie. I think the crows are fighting against each other for some reason. Come on, God, I'm trying to record a video here. But anyways, the problem with that happening was I knew it was going to ruin not only people's businesses going that route, but also it was going to make people lose trust in online business. Because imagine if you as a customer saw an ad for something, it was an Instagram ad or Facebook ad that was like, get this amazing, thermal coffee cup that's like lined with coils that'll keep your coffee hot for 6 hours. And it said it's free, just pay for shipping. And you're like, oh my God, this is incredible. And the photos look nice, the website looked nice, and you bought it, and you waited, a week goes by, you don't hear anything. Another week goes by, you email the company, they don't answer you. You wait another week, you try to call them, there's no phone number, or nobody answers. And like 35 days goes by, and you finally get something in the mail, and you're like, oh my God, finally. But you're like, what is this? And you look at it, and the return address is from China, everything's in Chinese, and you open the package, you're like, this is a piece of crap. What is this? Like, it's nothing like what you had ordered. How's that going to make you feel about, first off, buying things online, but also second, buying something from an Instagram ad or that Instagram influencer who told you, about this great product? It was a slash and burn move. That's why I never got into it. And that's why for a long time, I would tell people, don't do that type of drop shipping. It's not even drop shipping. That's just called AliExpress arbitrage, or like cheap crap from China drop shipping. So that's when I was like, you know what? I don't know what to tell people, because Amazon right now, well, from 2016 to 2019, was the best business, but it was also really, really competitive. You have to spend a lot of money to go in. If you didn't have a bankroll of $10,000 to $20,000 to start, and then another $10,000 to $20,000 to get more inventory every time you started running out, you'd be screwing yourself. And there's a lot of people who are starting out that just didn't have that much. Maybe they had $2,000 or $5,000, but a lot of people didn't have, $20,000 or $40,000 laying around. If you did, you can just invest it, and you can actually make money from that. As a side note, investment income is always going to be the best income, because that's the only truly passive income, and especially if you do it right, you can basically live off the rest of your life and never actually work. However, to invest costs money, and if you don't have at least $100,000, you're not going to make a significant enough return every month to really, live your life in any meaningful way. So I would say, if you're under 100,000, put it into a savings account, invest into a business, invest in yourself. Have that as your emergency fund, and then once you get over that amount, you can come back to me. You can listen to Invest Like a Boss, and you can learn how to invest your money and basically live off the interest and dividends, like I have been for a long time. And that wasn't possible if I didn't start these online businesses. If I didn't start my dropshipping store and didn't sell it, I never would have had the money to be able to do this. So let's go through some of the business models for this year, and if they're doing well or not. Especially during this pandemic, this recession, you would think that because nobody has a job, everybody's unemployed, and that it's this big pandemic in the world, that people would be saving their money and not spending anything. Like, that's the smart, rational thing to do. Don't spend money right now. However, the trends are different. People are stuck at home, they're bored, they have internet, they have a credit card, and they're just buying stuff. Everybody I know in certain industries are having the best months of their year, and it's crazy. While others are kind of drying up and they're hurting. So I'm going to explain to you right now what are some of the best and the worst businesses for 2020, right? Some people that I know that are doing really well is if you have a course on something like language learning, or how to do handstands, or something that people can do at home, something they've always wanted to do. But here's a caveat. It has to be a really good course, and it has to already have reviews and some tractions. It's really hard in 2020 to start something that nobody else has done yet, and spend the 2 months recording the course and then getting traction from it. The cheap courses on Udemy and things like that, they aren't doing very well. It's flooded with so many other crappy things out there. So if you have a unique skill that isn't being taught out there, or you can teach it better, online courses is a great way to go. However, don't do it if you're going to create just another subpar course, a quick course just to get it out there, because the competition is really fierce right now. Amazon Kindle publishing, still doing okay. However, I've seen recent sales declines. I think people read less now. You would think that people would read more during the stay-at-home pandemic. They're not. I think people have become very lazy with reading. People are watching a lot more video, a lot more Netflix. And in general, I've seen people reading less, but also it's kind of the fault of the Kindle publishers, where before, if something was a book, it was probably decently written, decently researched, and if it had reviews, it was probably a good book. However, so many people gamed the system to write these short, crappy books that they outsourced and game the system with reviews, that people don't really trust reviews of books anymore. So the only way to make money from this is if you find really niche or kind of new topics that people haven't really been writing about yet. And now, like, for example, if right now you want to start writing something about something really niche, like tiny homes or the carnivore diet, you're already too late. There's already tons of books out there for that. You'd have to find the next trend, something that we haven't even heard of yet. And if you can do that, That's how you will make money. But aside from that, don't try to go the easy, lazy route, the easy money route. It just doesn't work. Like you'll still sell a few, but it's probably won't be worth your time. Amazon FBA, as I said, still works, but costs a lot of money. And Amazon is starting to screw over more and more people. I've said this for years. The reason why I don't like selling on Amazon, even though I have before, and the reason why I never fully committed with Amazon is because I know that you are in 100% their territory. They control everything. They control the pricing, who ranks, and now they've been collecting sales data for third-party products, which is the products that we sell, for years now, and they know which ones have the best profit margins, which ones have the most potential. Their algorithms are really, really good. And what they're doing is they're launching a ton of Amazon sub-brands, not even called Amazon Basics, because that would be too easy to figure out that's them. They're creating a ton of sub-brands that are basically Amazon Basics, but with new names that you've never heard of, to directly compete with their sellers. Isn't that BS? That's crap, right? Imagine you spend all this time building up a niche or category, whether it's packing cubes or lightweight, travel backpacks. And Amazon sees all this data and they're like, oh man, like these guys are doing pretty good. I know who their suppliers are, I know who their manufacturers are, or I can get a better deals because I'm Amazon. I know exactly how many of each size or option is selling. I know what people like, what we're getting returns on, and what people don't like. I know exactly how many to order. I'm just gonna go make a better version, slap either the Amazon Basics label on, or to be tricky, I'm gonna slap this new label on that no one's ever heard of, but secretly it's still us, Amazon, and we're gonna make the money, and we're just gonna undercut and slide out these other guys. Thank you for building things up. You made some money, but now get out. And what are you gonna do? There's nothing you can do. Amazon has been screwing people and will continue to screw people as long as they can, and they can. Speaking of Amazon, next business model, affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing, in some senses, will always work. However, for some things like Amazon affiliate websites, so you have a website that reviews products and you link them to Amazon to buy, that's getting destroyed right now. As of April 21st, 2020, Amazon has basically slashed everybody's commissions or payments from 8% down to 3%, and in some categories from 5% to 1%. Let that sink in for a second. That means if you used to make $8,000 a month selling products through the Amazon affiliates site and the Amazon associates, you are now making between $1,000 and $3,000. Still not bad, right? But what if you weren't making $8,000? What if you were only making $800? Now you're only making $100. Like, that's not a business. So that is basically is dying, and it's pretty much dead. I would not recommend anybody start a Amazon Associates website right now or become an affiliate with Amazon right now. If you already have one, you have to pivot. You have to figure something else out. But the thing is, most people aren't. Most people are really lazy, and they're just gonna be like, all right, well, I guess I'm just making less money now. I'm gonna go do something else. YouTube ad revenues have dropped a lot. A lot of advertisers are not advertising right now on YouTube, especially during this downturn. Advertising in general, on podcasts, on YouTube, ad revenues down kind of across the board. It is a really good opportunity, though, to start advertising on things if you haven't already, because when you have less competition, your prices are lower. So there is an opportunity there. So we've talked about a lot of businesses, a lot of other kind of sub things like creating apps on the iOS store. These things will always work because the barrier to entry is so high, but you have to create good products. You can't, and I know you're probably shaking your head thinking like, well, of course I'm going to create a good product. Most people aren't. Most people honestly don't create good products. They reskin a crappy other product and they just put it out there. Or they just create like, something really, really basic and they're like, oh, let me just try this. And the days of that are gone. Nowadays, if you don't have an actual good usable product, nobody will buy it. Not even that kind of first initial rush that you used to get. Because nowadays people are so tired of getting burned with crappy subpar products that they just don't buy it anymore. So the best business model for 2020 is ironically the same business model that I announced in 2013. It's dropshipping high ticket, expensive, good items that come from the US or warehouse in the US, or if you're in Australia, it would be expensive high ticket items that are warehoused in Australia. If you're from Norway, it's stuff there. And I was honestly surprised. I didn't think this would be the case, but I still have a couple stores that I help run, and I have a lot of friends who are dropshippers. And one of them, I woke up one day, and I thought it was kind of just a fluke because we were having a good month. And my friend messages me and says, "Did you see that Shopify CTO, Chief Technology Officer, just tweeted that they need to hire 20 more programmers or something like that because they're having Black Friday levels of traffic every day since the lockdown." And this other big e-commerce company basically confirmed the same thing. And I was like, that's kind of strange, right? Like, why are people buying things online? And I started asking around with friends. I think I posted that on my Facebook. And I had so many friends private message me or comment saying, yeah, my store's been crushing it, And these are people in the US, these are people in Europe, these are people in Australia. And they're saying, yeah, my stores are doing amazing. They're like, I've had the best month I've ever had. There's 2 stores that I help run, 2 partner stores, that always did okay, but they were never, they never hit the $20,000 a month sales mark, which is, to me, kind of like that big milestone of like crushing it. First month ever, in over a year of having the store up and running, $20K in sales in the last 30 days. Did nothing different. If anything, it's a lot of things we haven't done on the store yet that we could have made it better. $20,000 in sales this month, best month ever during a recession. And the only reason why, and here's a secret, is why they are doing so well, is because even though people should be saving, they would rather be spending because they're bored. And they buy things that to try to make themselves happier. They're bored at home, they're online, they're scrolling around, they're like, what would make my life better? Or what would make my house better? What do I want in my house? And an easy example, is fitness equipment at home. But I'm telling you right now, we don't sell fitness equipment. We sell a bunch of other things that also would make your home better or your life better at home. But I wish we were selling fitness equipment because we would destroy worlds right now if we were. The only people I know who are not doing well right now are because they're out of stock. I think that's going to get resolved soon. The situation, we use only US suppliers anyways, so all the products are either made in the US or at least warehoused in the US. Sometimes there's supply chain issues where they might get some of the parts from China to be able to manufacture in the US, for example. But China is actually opening up, so I don't think that's actually a problem. They started first, and they're opening up first, so they're shipping as normal now. So they have a few weeks or months to catch up on things, but they're basically back. They're basically back at it. So, what does high ticket dropshipping mean? I learned from a guy named Anton. He's the one that basically invented this type of dropshipping. Is you sell expensive products. I mean, by expensive, his range is $300 to $1,000. But I've sold products that are over $3,000. Anything over that's a bit trickier because a lot of people's credit cards can't handle something much more than that in terms of, just being able to swipe it without authorization, or, a lot of people just they don't want to buy something more than $3,000. But I bet you there's something. I've experimented. I've listed products between $10,000 to $30,000 because I have a credit card that's a $30,000 limit, and I was like, yeah, if I really needed something, I would put on my credit card. So I've experimented with that. I don't think I've sold anything that was more than $9,000, like a single item. I've definitely had the baskets that are over $9,000. I think that was the limit. So I haven't hit it yet, but I guarantee somebody out there has a high-ticket dropshipping store that is selling products that has a basket of over $10,000. And why is this important? First off, ads have gotten super expensive. Ironically, I don't know why. I think it's a play to try to fight against Amazon for having such market share, but Google has decided, let's make all Google shopping ads free starting now, basically, which is insane. Because I would spend anywhere between $1,000 to $5,000 a month on ads with just Google Shopping, and now Google's like, it's free. So temporarily, for the rest of 2020, our sales are going to be the same or higher, yet our expenses are going to be much lower. So the $20,000 that we're making in sales, we're not going to have to pay any ads for that. That means our profit margins are going to be so high. That's insane. So right now is the best time to get into high-ticket dropshipping. If you want to learn from the guy I learned from, if you want to learn Anton's method of high-ticket dropshipping, items from your home country that are not shipped from China, from authorized dealers, and how to get approved by these brands to sell good products that ship within 3 to 5 days, that actually are, brand name items, quality items that people not only will be happy with, but they'll recommend to their friends. And this is why we get so many repeat buyers. Check out Anton's course. I'll link it below, or you just go to antonmethod.com. It's the same course that I took when I first started in 2013. It's the same course that all my friends have taken. I've recommended it to so many people. So all my partner stores are built with Anton's method. And we all build it on Shopify, which is a e-commerce platform. I mean, you can do it with, WooCommerce, with WordPress, or you can do it with, BigCommerce. There's all these different companies, but Anton had recommended, he had gone through all of them, and he recommended Shopify, so that's what we used, and it really is the best. I have a link for a 90-day free trial right now. I don't know when that promotion is going to end, because normally it's a 14-day free trial, but during this lockdown, Shopify is giving 90 days. That's insane. That's 3 months for free. That means you can start a business basically for free. I mean, so Anton also right now he's redirecting everyone to his live webinar. So if you go to antonmethod.com, you go to a live webinar right away, just because he wants to, instead of just going through the normal, the normal screens. He's like, you know what, let me just give everyone the information on how to get started, because there's so many people who are just like, I just want to get started, Anton. Let me just cut to the chase, show me what you're going to teach me, and then show me how much it costs if I want to take the course. It's not cheap, but it has paid me back 1,000-fold. And it's the only thing that not only has worked for the last 7 years, but will continue to work for the next 7 years. So antonmethod.com for Anton's course, and then shopify.com/JohnnyFD for the 90-day free trial with Shopify. And if you have any questions, I'm happy to help. I actually have a course called Dropship Lab that teaches you, once you get to the $1,000 a month mark in profit, how you can double that very, very easily. Don't take this course if you don't already have a store making $1,000 a month in profit, because I'll just tell you to take Anton's course to get to that point. But once you get to the point of making, let's say $5,000 in sales or $1,000 in profit, then you could take my Dropship Lab course. And if anything, I tell you what, if you guys order Anton's course and sign up for Shopify through my link, because I get an affiliate credit for it, I'm gonna give you my course for free. So sign up for Anton's course and then forward me your confirmation to hello@johnnyfd.com, and I'll send you a 100% off coupon for my course that normally sells for $200. I'll just give that to you for free. So I want to see everyone succeed. I want to wake up with more messages like this for people that I've helped and have had their best months ever. I want you guys to succeed, and there's so much opportunity right now. Everybody has so much free time. This is our time in 2020 to create a real business and be able to live the life we want. I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm living off of completely passive income while hanging out here in Sri Lanka, beachfront. Right behind me is the ocean, and it's a great life. And I want to be able to share this with you guys. So if you have any questions, ask in the comments below, and hopefully I'll see you in the business world somewhere. Bye, guys.